Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Los Angeles Rams. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now a first down throw, gone. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
How about that, taking a deep shot on the first play of the game, obviously wanting to set a tone by pushing the ball downfield, just came up incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10. On second and 10, Goff. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
76, tell him. 76. 76.
A shotgun snap for Goff. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And got his man complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, LA. Brandon Cooks. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Rams are going to take a first quarter lead. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they score in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. On the screen, this is Coleman. And they'll get him down here at the 23. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. It's a first down and more for Gordon. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
And he's got room. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Boston Scott, his first carry. And a short gain down to about the 33. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
He'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Goff will lead the Rams up here first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
76, 76, 76. Hard ball. Hey, lift.
There's Goff. Wide open receiver complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. They give him a gain of 38.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now a play fake here on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Super. Shell. Super 66.
Now gone. And he finds a man with a crossing route. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
And, Charles, a couple extra defensive backs in here on 3rd and 1.
Not expecting them to run it at all.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. And Zerline's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Jakeem Grant now to return. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They begin the drive with Coleman. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
After the interception, here's Goff. He's letting it fly for Cooks. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Second and 10. Goff again. Got a man. It's Brashad Perriman. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Second down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining.
Hey, 76! 76! 76!
Back live now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going. They're up against a 3rd and 2 to start things out.
Here we go.
From the gun, here's gone. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
On now is the big leg of Greg Zuerlein. He has hit from as far as 61 away in his career. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And that right there is something we've seen, I don't know, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
And now out comes Minnesota. He'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. There to make the tackle, Samson Abukum.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. That's taken on the 25. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Goff on 1st down. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Now it's gone. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That's good for 21 yards.
Play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Zerline's kick is good. And the lead stretches, 16-3 now. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Here's Muhammad, and he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. The tackle there by Mark Barron.
Is here, baby. Your trip is here. You don't want no problem. You don't want no problem with me.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Over! Detroit! Detroit!
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Flush to his... And a big loss here as he's taken down. Mark Barron coming with pressure. He drops him on the blitz for a loss of 12. The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Gun! 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 Gun!
Off off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Touchdown! In for the score. And the Rams add on to their lead.
When you got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach. It's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they mishit the ball and kick it right to him.
Zerline good with a PAT, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's there got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Flushed out right. And he lost the football. And the Rams have got it back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Keith Marshall, his first touchdown of the new season, and the Rams add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Aaron Donald in there to get him for a loss of 5.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
and I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. It's a loss of a yard. Back it down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They will run again with Coleman. And he'll be out right at the 35. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Cordray Tankersley, the one who got a hand in there, knocked it away.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. The Vikings on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. They'll roll him out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
They're going to try and throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. On 1st and 10, Goff. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one goes for 24 yards. On 1st down, it's gone. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
How many times have we sat with coordinators, and especially the defensive guys, they've talked about big plays, sacks. They often come in bunches. Well, it may not be a bunch here, but that is the third sack of the game for them.
And around sack 3 or 4, I would think it starts to get in the quarterback's head a little bit.
Not just the quarterback, the offensive play caller, the offensive line, knocks people off balance and changes what they normally do.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Goff. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess.
Value 3. Starting left here.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Rams have got it on cruise control. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
He'll drop to throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And his guys are going to get the foot. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
They go play action here on 1st down. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Keith Marshall with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who could make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Going underneath for Gordon. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got just finished.
And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Mark Barron in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant, and it's 3rd down.
I think someone's going to get into QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the 2nd person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, 2nd drive, not much better. The Vikings on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and forever.
Lucky 56.
Looking to throw. Uncorks one for Davis. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by John Johnson. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. Pushes over him.
Now, that's just not right.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. That good for 22 and a first down.
We can talk about bend but don't break all we want, but the defense now, we're going to find out just how flexible and pliable they really are. Can they bounce back after that type of a run, that type of momentum against them, and find a way to slow down this offense?
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now second and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams take advantage of the turnover to put up 6. Zerline good with a PAT. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The return man is Grant. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
He'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10.
Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. And how about this, a fake? And this is caught, and the fake will work. He's going to have a first down. That goes for 15 yards on the fake, a first down. And a lot of fist pumps right now on that sideline. 2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. A big play there for Minnesota. 41 yards on the ground. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Hey, watch 11. Watch 11.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Tevin Coleman, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
On first down, gone. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Out of the gun. Gone. Oh, look over the middle, and he's got Perriman. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Goff now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. 4 touchdown passes now for Jared Goff. And the Rams just continue to pour it on. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here comes Grant on the return. Oh, a nice spin. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now out comes Minnesota. Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. This is Coleman. He spins free. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key with stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
He's going to air one out, and that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
They'll drop the throw. He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Lamarcus Joyner with a pick, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Here comes the boom. I see you, boy. I see you.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Hard ball.
3rd and long. It's gone. And that is incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And now out comes Minnesota. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Set. Blue landing.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. This will be fielded at the 17. They'll be hard-pressed to match that one. That a 65-yard punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. On first down, it's Gurley. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working